Hello and welcome back to the Gate series. Today we are going to be looking at Gate 18. The Gate 18 is off of the spleen, and this is called the Gate of Correction. It is in the channel of judgment, which is the 1858, so that goes from the spleen to the root center, and it is located in the collective circuitry in the understanding circuit. So the 18th gate is the gate of correction, and it is also called the gate of integrity in the gene keys. So the gene key integrity. The 18th gate is known as the 18th hexagram in the Chinese I Ching, which is entitled corruption. So this gate is a gate of deep conditioning and patterns. This gate holds deep imprints that create standards in which everything gets compared to. This gate has the energy of correction, which creates a lifelong process of desiring to improve oneself and the denial of resignation, or the unwillingness to give up. The energy of dissatisfaction and the innate driving force of perfection are in this gate. These energies propel the process of correction and refinement in this channel of judgment. So I find gate 18 fascinating and full of movement. This gate is off of the spleen, which moves toward the root center. And the spleen is known for its pulse of knowingness and intuitive information that is only given in the moment. So the gate of correction often uses its pulse of dissatisfaction and perfection to understand and form judgments, which are often limited in their scope. However, they can be seen as discerning and useful depending on the frequency they are created in. So the I Ching describes this 18th hexagram as corruption, which upon further reading about this hexagram, I came to the conclusion it's corruption as in the conditioned patterns that lie at the core of the 18 and the ability to identify and change them can cause a great disruption in the pattern or corruption if it's ignored. So let's talk a little bit about the shadow frequency of the gate 18. The shadow expression of the gate 18 is judgment. This shadow has its roots in ages 14 to 21 and is about challenging authority, especially our parents. While a healthy part of individuation and becoming an adult, when our adult figures take this process personally and carry a low frequency, in other words, our parents aren't emotionally mature, often we cannot make this transition into adulthood because we will carry their low frequency judgments and patterns in the 18. And one of the most obvious ways this shadow manifests is complaining. So there are two ways that this shadow expression in the gate 18 can show itself. One is reactive and one is repressive. So the repressive shadow expression of the gate 18 is inferiority. And this is a result of parents who had maybe judged you very harshly, and you took that and turned it inward. So you became very self-critical and are full of comparison. The reactive shadow expression is superiority. So this can look like when your parents couldn't maintain healthy boundaries and they were judging themselves too harshly. This creates a disrespect of authority and a sense of superiority and volatileness. Is that a word? And now the gift of the gate 18 is an integrity. So the 18th gate or key carries the energy and patterns of intellectual development from the ages 14 to 21. So this gate is very responsible. It kind of governs that age range. So again, the parent's ability to be in integrity will determine whether a child passes from childhood into adulthood in a fully integrated way. Integrity is an energy and a way of being. When we are able to hold our center and not react to our judgments or others' judgments, and we are living in alignment with our true standards, our true heart's standards, we are living in integrity. And that takes a lot of courage to do this. Integrity is also a term used in building things, which can be applied to our own bodies as a structure. Here's a quote from Wikipedia that I found about a building's integrity. Structural integrity is the ability of an item, either a structural component or a structure consisting of many components, to hold together under a load, including its own weight, without breaking or deforming excessively. It assures that the construction will perform its designed function during reasonable use for as long as its intended lifespan. Another very important part of the gate of correction that I'd love to share with you in closing is a quote from the gene keys. If the 18th gene key is prominent in your hologenetic profile, your life will continually bring you back to these recurring issues rooted in your childhood. You will have to understand what made you the way you are in order to release aspects of your conditioning that do not belong to you. In time, this will make you a master of understanding the ways conditioning works, and you can help others break free just as you have. When you are free from the trap of the victim mind, your judgments become integrity, the arch enemy of the victim mind. It is the same energy, the same archetype, but experienced from a higher level of consciousness. So judgment, criticism, and correction are magnificent qualities when used in the right way. The gift of integrity is about demanding and maintaining a high standard in everything you do. As a fully healed adult, which, by the way, I don't think we actually ever fully heal, just as a side note, but, as a fully healed adult, quote unquote, your purpose is to help others complete their childhood so that they can finally enjoy their lives and pass on their integrity to their children. So what a powerful gift. If you have the gate 18 activated in your chart, I would love to know. Thank you so much for joining me today.